Good evening, everybody. This is Gritty Astro from lovely South America. We are in the fall now, so it's getting a little chilly, but it's very beautiful. I live right next to the beach, so I think the beach makes up for the chilly weather. But it's not chilly, but it's chillier than the sweltering summer we've just left. Anyway, welcome and good evening to another podcast by Gritty Astro. I like talking. My main talks are about astrology, archetypes, and also mundane events, like some events that take place somewhere in the world. By some reason, they raise the attention of many people at once, and it starts snowballing. And famous cases like Madeleine McCann, many more. And like, I like true crime, so I haven't delved into the Madeleine McCann ever, because I can't bear to think about a child being abused or killed or whatever. I just can't take it personally, so I don't dwell into cases where children are harmed, and that is why I do not want to talk about any case like where it involves children, because it's too painful for me personally. So, but tonight I want to make a short podcast about something that really caught my eye in the Nicola Bulley case. And I have seen everything that there is to see about Nikki Bulley's case. I've seen all the interviews, all the YouTube posts. I have seen like the main YouTubers talking about the Nicola Bulley case, and I have read many articles on the on the media. I have seen like a lot and read a lot about this case, and I'm still very interested in it, because I don't know why. It's one of those cases, those events that for some reason they get one's attention particularly, and you have to delve into it, because you feel, I feel as someone who lives in the esoteric, like all day, every day, because it's part of what I do, and it's part of who I am. So I naturally see these like common occurrences, like this particularly, I don't know if common, but these occurrences in a case, for example, in Nikki Bulley's case. What I want to talk about tonight is the common words, like the keywords that raise my attention. Like, they are like words that are very, like they repeat themselves, or they come up on interviews, on the media. I don't know, it's weird, and it becomes part of the narrative of the big conglomerate that is this case. And I'm talking exoterically, that is what is outside, and what is what you can see with your eyes, what you can hear with your ears, whatever, and the esoteric side, which is what you can sense with your sixth sense, what you can perceive with your sixth sense. Sorry about my English, it's not my native language. It's the esoteric that intrigues me the most. and it's like these keywords that are mentioned in the narrative, in the big narrative that is the Nicola Bulley case. For me, they are not just words, they are esoteric meanings. Like if a word gets mentioned a lot by some reason, weird reason, and it becomes part of, of the tagline of a case, it gets my attention from an esoteric point of view. It's like, what's going on here? It's like this undercurrent marked by these keywords mentioned throughout the case, okay? So, I have written down a lot of them, many of them. Also, not only keywords, but also attitudes, like facial language, or I don't know, gestures that are weird. So it's not just words, okay? And also occurrences. So I have written down many, but I'm going to start, just because there are so many, I can't make a podcast on all of them. I will have to make many podcasts on, to be able to cover all these keywords. So let's go at random, okay? Because my list is very big and long, and yes. So one of the keywords or key phrases that caught my attention on this case, and the Nicola Bulley case, is the phrase, "It's like a dream." The word dream. I think that Paul, Nicola's partner, mentioned the word dream, and also Emma White, her friend, mentioned the word dream, and I think Nicola's sister also mentioned the word dream in the interview with the family. Okay, so, and I think Paul mentioned this word, like dream, like a couple of times because he gave 2 interviews, and that was it, but I think he mentioned the word "it's like a dream," or the phrase "it's like a dream," as pertaining to the Nicola Bulley disappearance at that time, okay? So it's like a dream. For me personally, this is my personal perceptions on this, when you are referring, it's weird, because when you're referring to a loved one, a really close loved one, and that a partner will be, right, the mother of your children, and she's missing, you must be beside yourself, right? So the fact that he said like a dream, it's like a dream, it's weird, because most of the times what I hear I have seen many true crime cases, and missing persons cases, and people just talking about something bad that has happened in public, and they never say it's like a dream, they say it's like a nightmare, okay? So dream, when you say dream, to me, for me, it's more like it's like a psychedelic trip, it's like dream, like that Beatles songs, it reminds me of the Beatles song, John Lennon's song Tomorrow Never Knows, which is a great song. It's an amazing song, and Tomorrow Never Knows, it's from the Revolver album of the Beatles, and he says something, I don't know why it reminds me that the word "it's like a dream," it takes me to that song, for example, okay? So, i.e. something psychedelic, like to psychedelia, okay? So it's like a dream, it's like it makes me want to float away, in this haze, in this dreamy haze, and just let go, So the choice of words here, it's like a dream. Emma, I think she said like Nicola she's what's dreams is the stuff that dreams are made of, which is, I mean, it sounded to me really weird, because that took me back to like the stage, to the theater again. And in my previous podcast, I talked about how this Nicola Bulley case, reminds me of a stage play, like a theater, okay? Which I found very weird, because that's not normally what you find in these missing persons cases. The family appeals, the friends appeals, they don't talk like that normally, you know. Normally they use just more common language, so to speak, universal language, right? And, you know, Nicola is the stuff that dreams are made of. It's like, I feel like, you know, putting on my dancing dress and, you know, singing, you know, someday over the rainbow, and things like that, you know. Like, it's very dream. It's very like, ooh, I'm going to flow down into this, whatever, theater play, and just float downstream and, you know, just dream. And because this is what dreams are made of, you know. It's like something nice. I mean, she's talking about Nicola, that she's something like, she's nice, because she's what dreams are made of, but it's like ambiguous, because dreams, I mean it's just like an odd use of words to describe your missing friend. It's like you're in a play, and you're acting, and you're choosing your your words, as if some playwright had written it for you to, you know, to act out. So it's very weird, the use of the word dream within this case, which is a tragic, gut-wrenching case. I mean, if it was my spouse or my sister, my daughter, I would be gutted. I wouldn't be just proclaiming like these words, you know. I would be out there just making a big fuss, you know, and I would be looking for them all the time, every day, every night, possibly, you know, with a torch or whatever. So it's really weird, the word dream. So Paul said it, Emma said it, and I think what's the name of the sister? Something like I don't remember. Louise Marie. I'm sorry. I'm quite tired. It's like evening here, and it's been a long day with my family. Yeah. So it's weird, the fact that 3 separate people describe this horror as a dream. You know, someday over the rainbow, somewhere over the rainbow, dreams come true, or whatever, you know. It's like, oh yes, somewhere over the rainbow, dreams come true. It's like weird. It's like you wish. It's like when you say it's like a dream, it's like something you wish for. It's like, that's my dream, I want to achieve it. It's like my dream, like my dream goal, my dream job, my dream life, whatever, my dream, you know. My dream house, you know. It's like something nice. So it's weird to talk about somebody who's missing, and probably, you know, at that point they didn't know what had happened to her. And I mean, it's just a weird, like, very melodramatic choice of words. And in Paul's case, like, just to say that it's like a dream, I mean, it's more like a nightmare, right? Because dream is something nice. It can become a nightmare. I mean, it's part of the dream. But the dream is like, for me, as I perceive it, it's like something out of somewhere over the rainbow, dreams come true and all that, you know. Oh, you know, there's hope, everything is going to be nice, and, you know, Broadway theater, like musicals. It's like musicals, okay? It's like icky to me, okay? It sounds icky to me. So, that's one word, dream. One of the key words for me in this case that stand out in a weird way. So let's get on with another keyword at random, because I have written so many of them. Well, like I say, the word scenario. I know that the word scenario is a very common word, and it's used in many areas of life. But in this case, I don't know why. Because of the theatrical feel to this case, given by Paul, by Emma, by the village and everything, and all the characters, because of the theatrical feel to it, to this case, Nicola Bulley's case, the word scenario for me personally, it's weird. It's mentioned a lot, the word scenario. If you go back to Paul's interview, he mentions the word scenario like in both his interviews. It's like this scenario and all the scenarios come to a brick wall. And I think Emma also speaks about scenarios, and I think everybody says scenarios. It's like a key word to me, because for me, scenario, because I'm Spanish speaking, I'm Spanish. Well, actually, I'm South American, but my main language, my heritage, it's mostly Spanish. So for me, scenario reminds me of the word escenario, which is a Spanish word for stage. So and stage is what it seems, it's the staging of the phone, the staging of the harness, the staging of Willow there, the dog. It's like a staging, making it look like something it is not. Like in theater, you're looking at something that is being played by actors, but it's not real. It's just an invention. It's fantasy, that came from some playwright's mind, So scenario, that word also takes me back to the word, again, to the word dream, because dream, scenario is like, for me, from my Spanish point of view, is like scenario is like stage. It's like the Spanish word for stage, and stage is either a theater when actors are on stage, acting, playing out, a work of art, like a theater play, and also stage is also a verb where you stage something to look like something that is not in reality. It's like which also the scenario also really caught my attention just like that. It's words that keep being repeated throughout this case, this time frame, since Nicola disappeared until she was found, and after, and it's like, okay, it's like dream, scenario. It's like, for me, it's like, oh yes, play, something nice, something you dream of. It's dreaming. It's like when you're duped by, when you go watch a movie and you're sucked in, and you believe it for a moment because you're so into it, into the movie, into the play, that you dream. It's like a dream. You're dreaming. You're in it. You're experiencing it. So, and stage also is like scenario. Okay, scenario for me it's stage, and it's interesting because stage is the theater, which for me this case is very theatrical, and also stage is when something has been staged, like faked. So stage is fake. Okay, so an interesting word play. It's like a play of words to me, that stick out to me, and they make out this it's like this, they make out this melody or this picture in my mind, where they they are intertwined and they interact, these words, these keywords, like scenario, dream, you know. Okay, so another word which is weird is, for example, yeah, I found interesting the words that not also remind me of theater, that is fake, something that is theater is fake, but also that there were words in this case that take me to like Agatha Christie, and I have talked about Agatha Christie in the other podcast, I think, because this seems like a Miss Marple play, like Miss Marple novel by Agatha Christie, where you have all the characters like an Agatha Christie novel would have, and you have all the characters. You know, go and pick up like an Agatha Christie mystery, and you will, you know, it's like a theater play where you have all the characters. And there are some words in this case, throughout this case, that remind me of like an Agatha Christie mystery, and that plays well with the theater thing, because it's art. You know, books are also Agatha Christie. I love Agatha Christie, by the way, and she writes mysteries just to write. She's amazing. But these mysteries are also like they're wonderful. They are fantastic, but they are fake. They are a work of art. They are an invention of the author's or the artist's mind. It came from the artist's mind, so it's not really real, okay? But it's very compelling, because everything that is like a theatrical, it compels us, because we want to dream, you know, we want to be embedded in that play, in that novel, in that mystery, you know, and be taken by, you know, the mystery of it all, and dream, you know. It's like it plays, you know, with this. So the Agatha Christie words that I have found, not Agatha Christie words, but words that remind me that of an Agatha Christie mystery. Okay, so we're normal people. I mean, that was uttered by both Paul and I think Emma. We are normal people. We are good people. It's like a book, you know. It's like why would you say that we are normal people? We are good people. I mean, I get it. I get the feeling, but it's a very interesting choice of words. Again, it's like theatrical. Like it will come out from a book, you know. Like some lines taken from Agatha Christie, you know, when, you know, Mr. Poirot is like questioning somebody, and they blurt out, "But we're good people. How dare you? You know, we're good family. How dare you foreigner, come here and, you know, and speak to us this way, you know, like we're good people." It's like, it's a little bit arrogant as well, because I understand where it may come from. I mean, like, you're outraged, you know, it's like you're bewildered. I mean, we're good people. Why did this happen to us? But the way they say it, because both Emma and Paul said, like, we are good people, and we are normal people. Like, what? Yeah, okay. I think, you know, I mean, it's just weird. It's like a Poirot mystery, you know. We're good people. How dare you foreigner, you know, call us that? It's like, I think there is like a sense of entitlement in Paul and in Emma. I feel this sense of entitlement, and it plays perfectly into an Agatha Christie mystery, because normally these mysteries are always in a village like this, like St. Michael on the Wire. So it's like this, like Miss Marple's village, St. Mary Mead. It's like that, like this small, quaint village, you know, where murder occurs. And I'm not saying she was murdered, but it's so weird that it's so weird and ambiguous that it makes me very suspicious, and it makes me think of murder. Okay, so let's go on. The lead. Okay, so another word that caught my attention, and willow. Lead and willow. Lead, willow. Lead, willow. I know that willow and lead are kind of like also main characters of this case, this story. But the way they have been commented so much in the media, the lead, willow, the lead, willow, and in so many YouTube channels, and also in so many social media. It's like almost like the lead and willow. It's like, it reminds me again of an Agatha Christie mystery. It reminds me, of whom? I don't know if you have read. Oh dear. Dumb Witness. I think it's dumb as in he can't speak. Like I think it's Dumb Witness. Dumb Witness, and it's a great Agatha Christie mystery. And it's about a dog that he kind of knew what had happened, who the murderer was, who the culprit was. And I think he was called Bob. And he always played with the ball. He had this ball, which, I think the owner or the people who were staying there, the characters in the book, they used to, used to throw the ball to Bob from the top of the stairs in this, big old house. From the top of the stairs, they would drop the ball, so the ball will go tap tap tap, downstairs, and Bob would catch the ball, and then he will want, he would want to repeat the game again and again and again. I think what they would do is they would throw the ball downstairs, and then Bob the dog would go downstairs, running downstairs, and catch the ball and go up again, and drop the ball besides its owner's feet, and say throw it again, and it's it's like this Bob and the ball in this Agatha Christie's mystery, Dumb Witness, I think it is, because I have read it in Spanish, not in English, but I think that's the name. And it's a great mystery, and that's another Agatha Christie theme for me. Like lead, willow, is like the dog, the harness, the lead, and is there a ball? I mean, the mystery of the ball, and but for me also the fact that Willow, she's this dumb witness. She cannot speak, could she? Like Paul said, but she couldn't speak, could she? Something like that. So she knows what happened, but she can't speak, can't she? I mean, it's very much like this Agatha Christie mystery. Like, the dog has witnessed what happened to her mistress. Is it called mistress? Yeah, it's master and mistress. I mean, Willow knows what happened to Nicola, but she can't speak, can't she? She can't speak, couldn't she? Bless her. Yeah. So that's again like the Willow, the dog and the lead. The dog and the lead is it's like they are the dumb witness. I mean, they know what happened. Willow knows what happened, but she cannot speak, like in Agatha Christie's mystery. So it's still playing out as this theatrical, like a murder mystery. What happened here? It's like very theatrical. So that these kind of things is that what make this all this mess like really worrying. It really worries me because it's so suspicious. Why would all why? I mean, what is that? What is that town anyway? That village? Is it like everybody are actors? Like, because they use this language like they are in a play. Not everyone. I mean the main players, right? The main characters speak like that, and I will not want to know why. So another one is, and it's been like half an hour now, so I'm going to try to make it short. Let's see. Yeah, also the bench. The fact that the bench has become it's like one of the symbols, main symbols for Nicola Bulley, right? The bench. It's like, and it's not because the dumb witness Willow was found there, and the phone, which Paul suggested it was a decoy. Okay, so decoy is also like like a detective mystery word for me. It's a decoy, it was planted as a decoy. It's like a fiction device. The decoy is that word for me is a fiction device, like a device used in fiction. It's like your typical like murder mystery or your typical like detective mystery. It's put there. I mean, it's an Agatha Christie again. It's an Agatha Christie mystery, that word, decoy. It was put here by the murderer as a decoy. It's so strange that all of these words, for me, play out as a play, as a staged theater play, as an Agatha Christie mystery, like a very British small village mystery. It's I mean, it's like a fantasy, It's like, I can't believe this is real. But because it is, apparently so, the use of certain words and phrases are weird. They just play out wrong to me, okay? So, yeah. I have many more, but those more are more like from an esoteric point of view. Like, the numerology is another thing, because I love numerology. I love the mystery behind the numbers, because every number has like an archetype behind it. Even, it doesn't matter if you believe in, quote unquote, in numerology or whatever. Like it or not, numbers have these big archetypes behind them, okay? So one, because number one, it means, oh yes, I'm the greatest of them all, I'm number one. It's like, come on. Number two, oh, I'm just the second one, I'm nobody. And so forth, It's like, we are surrounded by numbers, and numbers have meanings. I'm not saying that every single number to the infinity has a meaning, but plenty of numbers have meanings for humans, special meanings, not just 1 + 1 equals 2. They have meaning beyond the mathematical sense, they have archetypical meaning, okay? So that's for another podcast, the numerology and the numbers that are found, and they're like key numbers in a way. They speak to the person, to the bystander. numbers speak to them. They speak to me, in a subconscious way. Everything speaks to you in a subconscious way, and numbers are a big thing. And in this case, also numbers are a big player. So you have all these layers of significance. So, which is why I found this case fascinating and very mysterious and very suspicious. Okay, so the numerology, the esoteric meaning behind the new numbers in this case, I'm going to save that for another podcast, because here I just wanted to talk about the ones that just it made me feel like red flags all inside of my mind, because time and time again I just feel like I'm in a play, I'm in a theater, and Paul used to be an actor, like a crisis actor or something. He was involved at some point with acting. Emma too, because Emma moves around actors. She's like she's friends with presenters and actors, and this Dancing with the Stars, or I don't know, those like reality show things, which are closely linked with acting, So it's also very weird. It's just this weird picture that is painted, with all these keywords. So yes, I think, because I have many words here, but some are from regarding esoteric numerology. Some are more about the body language, which is also very it's like a red flag for me, and other things. But these are the words that for me play into this notion I have about this case, that it is like a theater, like a play, that like they want to present. It's like they have rehearsed the lines as if it were a play on stage, and they have staged the scene, right? The scene again, the crime scene. It's like these words playing to each other in a weird way, right? So, okay, let me know what you think if you want. And I have this, yes. So I have to go now. God bless you, and speak to you soon. Bye.